everybody. Thank you very much for joining today. We have our ROC FairTSA producers meeting with Mayacert. We want to appreciate everybody's time and welcome to this discussion on regenerative production and sustainable farming also. With me we have Daniel. Daniel, please, if you can introduce yourself.
All right, hello everybody. Nice to be here today. Very happy for the invitation from Mayacert. My name is Daniel. I'm the Standards and Quality Assurance Manager from the Regenerative Organic Alliance. And yeah, I'm here to explain a little bit more about what is the mission of the Regenerative Organic Alliance and how does the Regenerative Organic Certified program works. Yeah, very nice to meet you all.
Thank you. Also, we have here Winfried from FairTSA. Maybe you can introduce yourself.
Hey, hello everybody. I would also like to thank you for the invitation. I see some familiar faces, some not. So we will talk about the whole aspect of this certification. I'm one of the co-founders of FairTSA, and I will talk about social responsibility and fair trade in the context of working with ROC.
And also with us we have Salvador Tamayo. He is one of the producers of agave, regenerative organic agave. And also today we have the good time to present the first tequila certified, regenerative organic certified, and also FairTSA. Salvador, ¿te puedes presentar? ¿Sí?
Hola, soy Salvador Tamayo, soy productor de México. Somos la primera empresa en México en certificarse por el estándar ROC en el agave. Producimos jarabe de agave y ahora también tequila. Y también estamos certificados por el estándar FairTrade. Y pues muchas gracias por la invitación.
Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.
Okay, I'm gonna be the translator. So thank you. This is Salvador Tamayo, and this is he said that this is the first tequila certified ROC and certified for TSA, and they work with agave products as well, with agave syrup that is also certified by ROC. So thank you.
So maybe to start, I would like to make the first question to Daniel from the ROC team, because there is a lot of I would say regenerative. Now there is it's becoming a popular word, but I think we need to define it properly. And we would like to understand which is the definition of regenerative organic farming practices regarding ROC.
Right, thank you. Very good question, by the way. Right, so there's a lot of discussions around the term regenerative. Including here during Biofach, we have a lot of very productive and fruitful discussions. And what I can say about that is, the first time the regenerative term was coined, it was in the United States during the 50s by J.J. Rodeo, one of the founders of the Rodeo Institute. The Rodeo Institute is also one of the founders of the Regenerative Organic Alliance, one of our organizations that started this whole regenerative organic movement. And we need to understand regenerative not only as taking care of the soil, not only by increasing organic matter, sequestering carbon, all the most obvious aspects that we see in major media or in more frequent discussions, but we also need to think regenerative from what is up to the soil, right? So that's the big difference here. When we're talking about Regenerative Organic Certified, we are talking about a product that was produced following not only organic standards, but also regenerative practices, taking care of the soil, including, for example, no-tillage practices, crop rotation, soil coverage throughout the year, and also other aspects of the certification that includes animal welfare and social fairness. So for the ROA, through the ROC certification program, we are thinking not only in the soil, as I said, but also on everything that is up on the soil, right, on the top of soil. And the most important part, in my opinion, and maybe Winfried can talk more about that, is exactly the farmer and worker fairness, the livelihoods, the communities, the farmers and workers that are, within the properties, within the supply chains, and they're making a living from the regenerative organic production. So yeah, to start to kick off the discussion, I would say that we have these three dimensions of the Regenerative Organic Certified that will be the soil and land management, animal welfare for livestock, and the social fairness for all farmers and workers on the farms.
Thank you very much. With this concept from the ROC team, I will take the discussion to Winfried, as you mentioned, and we would like to understand also which is the point of view about regenerative from the side of fair trade or fair certification, social fairness.
Thank you for the opportunity. So, what I would like to say, first of all, we really appreciate working with ROC as a certification because we believe in holistic systems, and ROC provides this part for the soil. We try to do this for the people who live on the soil. So basically what we're doing, what our standard is doing, it's based on the conventions of the International Labour Organization. It's based on the UN Declarations of Human Rights. And what that means is our emphasis is on treating small farmers, treating workers right, in a way that they can make a living. We feel that we want to have livable rural communities wherever they are, and we feel that farmers are often underappreciated, farm workers are underappreciated, workers in processing plants, and we try to give them, through our certification, a means of dignity. And that's what really drives us, There is more to life than just money, and we want to treat everybody with dignity regardless of their color and their size. It doesn't matter to us. But your humanity, that is what matters to us. And that's why we're having this standard. In terms of working with ROA, what that means is basically you have your NOPs or EU or whatever Korean certification, you add the additions that the ROC standard provides, and then we add our social requirements to that standard. So that gives you the guarantee that the whole aspect of an organization, of a producer community is covered. And that's it in a nutshell. There's way more to this, and I'm willing to discuss it in every detail that you want, so we can have discussions afterward, but that should suffice as an introduction.
Thank you, Winfried. Understanding these two core values, the social fairness, workers' safety, workers' rights, and understanding the ROC values over the sustainable farming practices and regenerative soil practices. We would like to understand how these values goes with Edulag, with your company, how the values for social and the soil practices match the vision or the vision of the company.
Edulag es una empresa socialmente responsable. Tenemos trabajando ya con los estándares sociales desde hace más de 8 años. En esos 8 años, la primera certificación que obtuvimos fue FairTSA, y ahora pues también en ROC. Para nosotros no fue un gran cambio adaptarme a la norma ROC, porque ya veníamos trabajando así desde hace tiempo, de poca labranza de tierra, de cuidar la flora y la fauna existente en el ecosistema, de capacitar a nuestros trabajadores y de ayudar con esto a que ellos también tengan el sentido de cuidar la naturaleza y de cuidar el medio ambiente. Entonces, hasta fue muy fácil adaptarnos, pero siempre pues con la responsabilidad social que para nosotros resulta siempre pues como objetivo. ¿Sí?
Okay, so for Edulag, it was easy to match the values of ROC and fair trade because they were certified since, they have been certified since 8 years ago for fair trade and now ROC, and they have been applying the practices of no tillage, the care of the environment, the animals on the farm. So it was easy to adapt these values of ROC with the operation of Edulag.
So we need to understand also the certification programs about marketing strategies for the companies and also added value. Not only to demonstrate that they follow with these core values and good practices, social practices, but also as a strategy to market their products in new markets, new products, new branding. So again, I will jump the question to Edulag, and you can see any economical benefit, new markets regarding ROC certification, or what do you expect about this new certification program in your products?
Actualmente el mercado siempre se ha preocupado más por la responsabilidad social, por el cuidado del medio ambiente, por la regeneración de la tierra. Eso nos ha ayudado a incrementar nuestras ventas, principalmente en los Estados Unidos. Sí tengo un valor agregado porque los clientes de alguna manera también confían más en nosotros y nos eligen y nos prefieren por ese tipo de prácticas que ya tenemos en el mercado, pues también nosotros en el suelo. Económicamente también en la agricultura nos ha ayudado bastante porque ya después de 4 años con la certificación estamos ya ahora cosechando los agaves que tenemos bajo este estándar y obtenemos agaves con buenos rendimientos, y aparte también hemos detectado que en las parcelas que estamos trabajando con estos estándares los agaves tienen menos enfermedades, se han mantenido mejor probablemente porque se mantienen los microorganismos antagónicos de los patógenos. Entonces eso me ha ayudado bastante a tener mejores rendimientos también en la materia prima.
Okay. So he said that he had found that consumers are more worried about environmental and social responsibility, and they have found a new market, especially in the United States, and they also have found value on the agricultural side. The agaves they are harvesting now, which are certified ROC, have a better yield, and they have noticed also that they have less disease and pests. So these have helped them a lot.
Okay, so follow up with that question. Maybe we will go on first hand with the people from ROC. Which is the perspective of ROC regarding new markets? Which has been the tendencies of the market, the products? If you can talk a little bit more about this.
Right, thank you. Yeah, before answering your question, just like to recognize, from your answer, we can see a lot of key aspects of the Regenerative Organic Certified program. Like, as you said, Salvador, it wasn't a big deal for you to comply with the ROC because you're already working a lot with regenerative practices, we're already working with social certification. And that's the way I see the certification, the ROC certification. It's like a recognition of a lot of different producers around the world that are already doing a very good job in terms of regenerative practice. So sometimes it's just, Mayacert auditors going there and confirming that they're already doing, regenerative practices, they're already taking care of the environment, biodiversity, and of course, farmer and worker fairness, right? So this is the first aspect that I would like to recognize. And about market itself, we're experiencing tremendous growth on the ROC market recently, especially in the United States, where it's the biggest market right now, of course. we can see a lot of trends in statistic metrics showing growth in around 25% per year. This is a very strong, very significant growth, and we can see more and more brands joining the program. And that's a very important part of it, because we have a farm-based certification program, but it's a brand-driven certification program. So we rely a lot on the power of the brands, going after the suppliers, going after producers, developing new producers, bringing more farmers to the program so they can offer more and more different ROC certified products on the market. So we are experiencing this growth. That's, we have a lot of numbers backing that. And plus, the our way, we are continuously working on, supporting our brands, supporting our farmers so they can communicate better to the consumers. They can have more space in the retail. For example, we have now campaigns in major retail in the United States with displays, physical displays, putting highlighting the ROC products on shelf. We also have online campaigns. We have recently launched a big marketing campaign with Amazon. So in the Amazon website in the United States, you can see a feature page for the ROC products, highlighting the importance of the ROC certification. What does it mean in terms of environmental issues, workers, regeneration of the soil, all of it. So yeah, I would say, we have very good perspectives. And, we're having a discussion here with, our first Tequila ROC certified. And also here, I would like to remark the presence of Orgánica, the first project certified by Mayacert during the pilot program. So also recognize, the participation of Orgánica here. So us having a discussion here is also a sign that we are moving and that we are growing, and we rely a lot on the energy of our farmers and of course the very good work of our certification labs such as Mayacert.
Thank you. I think that everybody jumps the eyes when we talk about market and a new alternative for commercialization and where to put new products. But sometimes we need to remember that there is also a huge gap between marketing the products and being social fairness. And I think one of the challenges for ROC certification and the producers that are going with these sustainable practices is to find that sweet spot where they can find the economical profit, but also they can find the social investment. So I would like to ask Winfried, which is a perspective, which is that sweet spot the companies may found for social fairness and also economical growth and profits.
So our program, when you do the full fair trade program, we understand that products are often sold through their histories. It's nice to have a label. It's better to have a good story that happens to be true. And that's what we are in many cases providing. So with the full fair trade program, there's a premium involved that supports rural communities, and we document that to our partners in the supply chain every year. We are actually the only fair trade program that does that. So what that means is it gives a company an incentive, apart from their commitment, a real incentive to present, from the ground up to what they're doing, how their farmers live, how the workers are treated, and we regard this a very important part of our work and also a very important part of marketing. So I think these things, when these things come together, you have a comprehensive program of certification, of standards that stand behind it, and the story that you have to tell. Then you can market your products. It's definitely.
There is always other challenges. We're facing at one moment growth in organic production in the world. But I would like to ask Daniel, which is the main challenges to grow more globally the ROC certification? What do you think producers are missing to go organic and regenerative, and which could be the limitations, the most difficult things that they face?
I would say that's $1 million question, right? I would love to have a complete answer for that. So maybe I can share a little bit of my understanding of it. Well, of course, I have multiple challenges, and developing markets, I believe, will be the number one. From the ROC perspective, as I said, we have strong, solid market growth in the United States, but we still need to open more raise awareness from the consumers from different countries, right? So the next step is having ROC products available in South America, in Europe, in Asia, and the consumers recognizing the importance, the added value of these products, right? So that's not a challenge directly linked to the farmers, but of course it is related to the farmers. And thinking about the farmers, I guess we have a lot of different supply chains that are being severely impacted by climate change at this point, right? So just to give an example about coffee producers, right, or cacao producers, they're under extreme pressure because of the climate changes, problems with, a lot of rain or no rain at all, and that impacts the price of the product, and it gets easier for a producer to stop being organic and just selling conventional products because the prices are so high that, it doesn't make sense to spend much time with certification, right? If you can sell cacao or coffee, for example, at such a high price. So, there are multiple challenges, and of course there's always this discussion around farmer worker fairness and the workforce in general. This is a real challenge in a lot of rural communities around the world, to have this continuation of smallholder farms, sons and daughters assuming the farms, taking care of the land after their parents. This is a more broad challenge, not directly linked to the organic production, but very, very important for the organic production because we are relying much more on, farm communities, smallholders than when compared with the big agriculture, right? Big conventional business. So yeah, as I said, just a small contribution for this very important question. And I would say number one task for everybody is to keep developing more markets, and highlighting the importance of the labels we have. We achieved a lot, but we still need to achieve much more.
Okay, thank you. I think it is important to highlight something that also Salvador mentioned, that he's seeing a little bit more profit regarding the regenerative practice implemented in the crop production. Less investment maybe in outsourced inputs, less investment maybe in conventional practices for weed control, etc. So we would like to maybe we can go a little bit deeper on the benefits that you can find in the production of the agaves through regenerative organic practices.
Bueno, los beneficios principales que hemos encontrado es que son agaves más nutridos, tiene que ver con la regeneración microbiológica del suelo y agaves con menos enfermedades. Son agaves más con fitosanidad mejor, y mejores rendimientos también de producción. Principalmente son los beneficios que hemos tenido.
So the benefits that they have find is a better yield and a better nutrition on the soil, and also less disease of the agaves. This is the main benefit that they have find.
So maybe we can conclude that there is more sugar content on the agaves produced regenerative and better yield for the production of tequila or better taste.
Claro, hablando del rendimiento, lo vamos a encajar solamente por los carbohidratos o los azúcares, la inulina, que tenga la concentración de inulina que tiene el agave, y efectivamente es de mejor calidad el agave que ahora estamos cosechando con agave regenerativo, ¿sí? Solo también quiero comentar algo. Al principio les dije, para nosotros no ha sido difícil migrar a esta certificación, pero hay algo detrás. Detrás está el respaldo de Mayacert, de ya más de 10 años de trabajar con ellos, y que nos han incitado de alguna manera a llevar ese tipo de prácticas desde hace esos años. Entonces ya para nosotros es algo común trabajarlo. Entonces, también es importante que las empresas que quieran certificarse y quieran cambiar ese tipo de agricultura, pues vengan con Mayacert, que se acerquen con ellos, porque definitivamente hacen el cambio y van a hacer que las cosas funcionen y sean más fáciles también.
Okay, yeah, said that yes, in terms of quality of the agaves, you're gonna find more sugars contents on the regenerative certified agaves. But also he said he want to point out that he mentioned first that it was easy for them to comply with the ROC standards, but also it was due to Mayacert. They are always pushing them and they are always motivating them to move forward with these practices, and also they have been working with them for almost 10 years. So he's motivating people that wants to choose regenerative organic certification to approach Mayacert, and they are a good ally for them.
I think that's something that we need to highlight, and it's something that I love about the ROC program, and it is that it is a program based on alliances. Alliances with multiple certification bodies, alliances with multiple standards that are developed, Natural Land, Demeter, Fairtrade USA, FairTSA, SPP, Small Producer Symbol. So maybe Winfried, can you tell us a little bit about the experience of doing alliances with ROC, and also the perspective that you have with ROC team regarding how they look forward on these other standards and partners at the end?
I think that's an important question. And first of all, we enjoy working with the ROA, and we think that the way forward is in better cooperation, in less artificial, boundaries that only serve for certain interests. So we always look, with whom can we work? What is the easiest way? There is so much, there is this expression, audit fatigue. So we're trying to build our program on existing structures. We do not want to reinvent the wheel. So that's why we're working with you at Mayacert. So it's one inspector. It's not seven. So they can ROC, they can do NP, or EU, they can FairTSA. That has financial advantages, it's less administrative hassle, and it creates a human connection, between all of us. And that's what we want to do. We are really looking for collaboration wherever we can. And in this vein, I would like also, commend Mayacert for the collaboration that we had.
To open a little bit more the discussion, I would like to invite Paul. Do you want to join us to the discussion? We have a Paul from Sol Orgánica. As it was mentioned, it was the first certified ROC operator, and we want to know from their experience. We would like to know how the certification with ROC, it has been already like 5 years certified?
2019, the certificate in 2020.
So we would like to ask about, after these long years, how has been the experience? What have you seen? How this has affected your company, positive, negative? Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Ruiz, thanks for inviting me to share a little bit. We were one of the first companies in the world actually to get the Regenerative Organic Certification. We worked in part of the pilot project together with ROA and Mayacert, with NSF, in developing the standard. It was a natural progression for us. We already had organic certification and fair trade certification, and so going one step further with the regenerative practices really made sense for us, and something that we were always planning on doing. Honestly, in the products that we were working with, the first products we got certified were mango, banana, and pineapple. It was not that difficult to adhere to the standards because in many aspects, farming regeneratively is really using kind of ancestral practices for farming. And in Nicaragua, the smallholder farmers with whom we work have really never stopped farming in a regenerative manner. They've continued to use the practices of their great-grandparents, their grandparents. So it was a matter of just getting recognition for those farmers for all of the good that they have been doing to the soil, to the environment, and for their workers. So we have a pretty complete value chain. We work with smallholder farmers, but then we buy the fruit and process it, and then we sell some of it as ingredients, but we also have our own brand. So, for instance, this is the Regenerative Organic Certified mango that we have. And I would say it's been helpful to open some doors to some of the major retailers in the United States. Certainly Whole Foods markets, which is a customer of ours, have been very supportive of regenerative organic certification, even though the consumers are still becoming aware of it. So, not necessarily seeking out regenerative organic certified products yet. Some of them are, but not a huge amount. But the retailers, as I said, Whole Foods, we were recently part of the Regenerative Organic Certified Innovation Center in Sprouts, which Daniel made some reference to, with some other Regenerative Organic Certified brands, and got some good recognition for that. So more than, for the moment, getting us an extra price or something, it's gotten us some access to some of the retail chains that really want to be seen as leaders in the sustainability field.
Thank you so much, Paul. Appreciate it. Well, I think to close a little bit the activity, we already have a glint from experience, and we would like to close with which is the projected view, how it's being appreciated ROC in the upcoming 5 years, which is the view of ROA regarding the ROC program and this certification.
Right. The ROA works, every day to keep the Regenerative Organic Certified as the gold standard in sustainable farming and organic farming. This is not easy work, easy job, not for me, not for you, definitely not for the producers and brands, but we keep going. And, I see us in the next 5 years, continuous experience that growth and, having much more acres added to the program, much more brands. We already have, more than 300 operations certified. And I'm looking after to have, maybe 3,000 in the next 5 years, I hope. So for that, we need to keep, keep our vision, maintain our vision, build our mission, keep looking forward. And as you said, very, very important, building alliances. Acknowledging the structure that already exists, the good work that farmers and brands are already doing, other certifications that are already in place. So we need to, embrace all of these and keep working towards a more sustainable future. As we say, farm like the world depends on it. Right? Yeah.
Thank you so much. I think we have one question from our audience.
This is for Daniel.
Yeah, sure. We just had to pass the mic.
Okay. Daniel, how are you? I'm a farmer from Mexico,
Hello.
and I was wondering, for example, from policy point of view in the United States, we know that mostly all the agricultural or conventional agricultural is subsidized by the government, right? With this new government that just got in the US, and with Robert Kennedy telling about all the food that he's going, or they want to fix all the problems with the food industry about all the poison that it's in the conventional farming. How do you see the future for this? Because if the government from the US starts putting money for organic agricultural and regenerative agricultural, I think we're going to see a big change. But if all the people in Washington that do all the bidding for the industry, they're very powerful industry over there, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, what is your view on that? I mean, and not only in the US, because the whole world follows the US in many things. Mexico is it's no exception of that. So, how you see that change of view in the government in the US is going to affect the US and the whole world?
Can we talk politics here? So yeah, of course. Another very good question that certainly will impact not only Mexico, not only the United States, but also all the countries that are within global supply chains, right? So about the new government in the United States, a lot of things are happening. This is just the beginning. We cannot see and separate what is going to stay here to stay, and what is just exactly politics, right? So what I can say, independently of the government, independently of the support government X, Y, and Z are giving or not to the organic farming, I would say that the organic movement is strong enough, to build up, even if not backed by any government. We have experienced this in the past. In the United States, we have experienced this in other countries. From Brazil, where I live, for example, multiple times we have government support, we don't have. We have funding, no have funding. So we need to be able to work and walk with our own legs, right? That's the number one thing. That said, of course, we still need to push the governments, we still need to push policymakers to understand that organic agriculture, regenerative organic agriculture, is not only just a market thing, not only just a trend, but it's something that is urgent and necessary for us to keep the environment working, to keep to hold climate change, to keep people living in the field, working from the land. So we need to understand, governments should understand organic and regenerative agriculture as a crucial politic, a crucial, a very easy, and good way to make things better for the whole population, no matter if they are in the rural communities or in the cities. Everything is receives some benefit from having a safe and a good, a positive food system. So yeah, as I said, hard to say now. We are having great discussions. If you want to know more about that, I know that OTA from the United States, the Organic Trade Association, they are building a lot of discussion around that, around policies specifically for the United States. So I would refer to that. But most importantly, we need to be able to navigate these using our own force, walking using our own legs, I would say.
Thank you, great answer. And without further, I think it's the moment to taste a little bit of the tequila, the first regenerative organic tequila.
That's why we came for, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I will ask the maestro tequilero, so if you can help us to pour some of it.
Gracias.
Everybody joining for tequila?
Yeah. Right, for sure.
Sure. Okay, thank you so much.
Deberíamos haber quitado el plástico antes.
Sí.
Very good packaging, you see. Very safe. Yeah.
That's cool, right?
I like the package.
Yeah.
Right. Smells really good. Yeah, let's see.
Noé, come. Venga, Noé. We will present our CEO. Mayacert CEO. Noé.
Noé, gustó.
Venga.
Chava.
Después vamos a pasar por aquí.
Vamos a brindar.
Porque el maestro ya se cansó el brazo. Ya. Bueno, pues por una muy buena actividad que tuvimos, muchas gracias a todos los panelistas, a todas las personas por participar. Thank you very much everybody for joining today. It was a really rich experience for us. And let's grow organic, farm as the world depends on it.
That's it. Cheers. Drink for that.
Cheers.
Salud. Viva.
Hey, rico.
It's good. Oh, peligroso, ¿eh?
Oh, that's
Very
good.
good. Yeah.